playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Four quarters between one of these teams and a spot in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship is underway. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
This is one of those fine lines as you take the field as a quarterback. You know that your play is going to be so important to find a way to win. It always is in postseason football. But you can't put too much pressure on yourself. You got to go out there, you got to cut it loose. And most importantly, you got to lead your men.
Hits him on the out route. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hold this one away. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up a playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness, up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries. And they've gotten some tremendous fight out of the players who've stepped into those shoes and taken advantage of the opportunities. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
It's fourth down.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who plays with his own signature brand of hero ball at quarterback, it's Cam Ward.
This is one of those fine lines as you take the field as a quarterback. You know that your play is going to be so important to find a way to win. It always is in postseason football. But you can't put too much pressure on yourself. You got to go out there, you got to cut it loose. And most importantly, you got to lead your men.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there. What's going to throw here on third? Harrison secures this, left side. And he dodged the tackle. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. They'll run here following the penalty. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's fourth down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You can give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them. Just float the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Williams on first down. Jump off caught by his back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Second and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Travis Hunter reels in the pick. Escapes the defender. And the Cowboys bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
Well, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It's the tackle. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They give it to him again. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and goal, Dallas.
Another carry for it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. We know all these players are aware of what's at stake here, Brock, and that is the score they needed to get them moving in this conference final.
We know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, especially with stakes this high. But, jeez, you couldn't start any better.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Ruther Burden now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Chicago getting set to take the field now. Things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the long back on the handoff. Going to be a yard at most there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
The 26-yard line.
Williams on the play action. Running quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. The Cowboys about set to take over. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for Dallas. 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cowboys.
Back-to-back carries here. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Shoots away from one. Finds another crossing route. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And the Cowboys, 1st down. A gain of 36 yards. 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Getting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field. You toned this drive.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Line up the design keeper. And they're going to stop him after a 4-yard gain. That means 1st and goal is coming up.
Not the biggest game, but exactly what they needed. Just get the 1st down and keep this drive rolling.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
First option gets the give. It's the fullback running with it. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pull that in front further, 13-zip. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on the fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Burden now to return it. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And Brock, they are really struggling to get their feet under them in the first half. They've got to find some resiliency, really stabilize things here in the postseason. Williams to throw on first. Finds the in route complete. The Cowboys scoop it up. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. But where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind it all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Hand
off on 2nd and short. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll work against the blitz. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
From the gun, it's Ward. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Aubrey puts it through, and their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead, but you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
This return starts at the 5, and this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears about set for their next possession. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Williams. He's got it deep downfield. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Williams going to run with it. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. And they catch it behind the line. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock. And it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
The left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
To number 84, Colston Loveland.
Williams to throw on 3rd. The coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
On 4th down, it's Williams. He connects downfield. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
A give now from the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Williams hit, and that ball's out. And the Cowboys scoop it up. Space on the right. He's got room. And he's going to take it back. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field, maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
Extra point for Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. It's another one. And he stopped on the run back of the 27. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run here on 1st down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Williams from the gun. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Oh, boy. Oh, interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Ward. To the right side, hauled in by Harrison. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Ward off the play fake. Dump off to his fullback. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 5.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for him. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Soldier Field after this. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now Ward. Caught by his fullback behind the line. He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Gun snap now to Ward. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball. You know, Kate, there was a time when you and I were growing up watching football where a 50-yard kick was impressive. But these kickers of today, they just keep pushing that boundary and showing off incredible leg strength.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Williams will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The final timeout taken by the Cowboys, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So Coach Brian Schottenheimer sending his Cowboys offense back to the field. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. 1st down from the 42. To the air with Ward. Completed to his running back. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. 2nd and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Ward setting the pass. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Working now from the gun. Taken in by Harrison. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Cowboys 1st down.
to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun. It's Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. Yep. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys continue piling onto this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Things going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Bears going back on offense just before halftime. They still have access to a pair of timeouts, a little time left as well, so points very much in play here. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd.
It's a gain of 8.
Now Williams. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
On the return, here's Palmer. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Here's Ward. Makes the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs now from 39.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
From the gun, it's Ward. Gets out of trouble. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. 3rd down, they need 7th. To the air on 3rd and long. And it's caught. Chase has it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
16 yards. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Drive's gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Ward now. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Chicago getting set to take the field down. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
Midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
To throw, Williams. He's going to tuck it and run. They have 9 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
The give here on 2nd. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
On the tackle. A 2-yard pickup.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you just